Hey everybody, Kevin Weiss here. Going to give you a real quick background on what these videos are all about and what they're leading up to. Going to the World Championships, Powerlifting World Championships in Sweden, beginning of June 2019. And the basic idea behind this is when I competed at the Canadian Nationals a few months ago. I didn't cut any weight for that. I weighed in light for my 93 kilo weight class. And at the World Championships, I applied to go as an 83, which is a weight class that I've competed in a lot in my life, so it's nothing new. But it's always been kind of a low weight class for me, a weight class that I had to cut a bit to get to, except for when I was quite a bit younger. But in the last 10 or 15 years, too light to be a 93, too heavy to be an 83. So I either just stayed where I was and kind of stayed in the middle, or I cut down. So at that high level of competition, which the world level is extremely high competition, trying to do my best I can, I needed to come down to the 83s. So long story short, I wanted to do this little experiment to get down to 83 kilos. I'm not a big fan of water cuts. Lots of people do them and it's totally fine. Some guys do great on them. I'm not one of those guys, so I really don't want to do that. So I actually want to lose the weight. But the secret there is to keep the strength too. So over the years, I've played around with all different diets, all different strategies you can imagine. One meal a day for many years, low carb, high carb, depending on the particular situation I was in and what I was trying to do. So the last time that I was messing around with one meal a day type of stuff, I had an injury at that time, so I didn't really care, or shouldn't say I didn't care, but I didn't really notice the strength because I couldn't train effectively at that time. As my injury got better, I kind of noticed that I could manage my weight very easily in that scenario, but I felt that the strength just wasn't quite there, having the meal later in the day and training earlier and whatnot. So right now I'm going to try a little bit different strategy where I like the one meal a day for reasons that are a little long to explain in here, but the biggest thing is I just like the convenience of doing it, and it's simple for me. I can manage it in my time schedule. But what I wanted to try this time is doing my one meal a day early in the day, more of a breakfast or sometime before noon type meal, and then try and train about 4 hours later. And this allows me to, I think, keep my calories in check, which you need obviously to lose weight, and gives me a little bit of strength boost too, because of the time that is very close to my training. I think so far, I've only been doing it for a very short time, but I think so far it's working well. So this video is just to show what I've been eating just the last day or two. It's going to be keeping track of my weight, how it's coming down, what's working, what's not working. That's basically what it's all about. So plus I'm going to be tracking my training as well coming into the championships, and just show how things are going. So I hope people are interested in this, and if they have any questions, they can just send them directly to me. So the meal concept is pretty simple. It's basically one meal a day, early in the day for me. And I want to have a good amount of nutrient density in that meal. So I pick some red meat, a big steak, probably about 13-14 ounces. I didn't measure anything exactly because I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. Then I had a sweet potato with that, or a yam, and then 3 eggs on top of that. So pretty basic, and that's the only thing that I ate today. Then I'm doing my training. Also, my training, there's nothing magic about it. I worked up to a heavy-ish singles that are going to be going up progressively over the next few weeks. So I worked up to a 205 kilo single, and then I did 3 sets of 2 with 195 kilos. Then I moved on to my deadlifts and did 3 singles off of 2 mats. So I'm standing on 2 mats. I don't know if you can see it there or not. And most of my deadlift training is done with singles. So I did 3 singles with 205 for that. I didn't count any of my warm-up sets or anything for this. So my weight this morning was 191.6, I believe. So I'll be tracking that on a regular basis, showing the meals that I'm eating, showing the training for the day. Hope you stay tuned.